farm work did not have to be this miserable. Reluctantly, he started paying attention to the outsiders. He began to think that maybe there was hope, and in his early 20s, he decided to dedicate the rest of his life to fighting for change. Again, he crisscrossed California, this time to talk people into joining his fight. At first, out of every 100 workers he talked to, perhaps one would agree with him. One by one. This was how he started. It was time to rebel, and the place was Delano. Here, in the heart of the lush San Joaquin Valley, brilliant green vineyards reached toward every horizon. Poorly paid workers hunched over grapevines for most of each year. Then, in 1965, the vineyard owners cut their pay even further. Cesar chose to fight just one of the 40 landlords, hopeful that others would get the message. As plump grapes drooped, thousands of workers walked off that company's fields in a strike, or huelga. Grapes, when ripe, do not last long. Cesar and 67 others started out one morning. Their first obstacle was the Delano police force, 30 of whose members locked arms to prevent the group from crossing the street. After 3 hours of arguing, in public, the chief of police backed down. Joyous marchers headed north under the sizzling sun. Their rallying cry was "Si se puede," or "Yes, it can be done." The first night, they reached Ducor. The marchers slept outside the tiny cabin of the only person who would welcome them. Shelter was no longer a problem. Supporters began welcoming them each night with feasts. Every night was a rally. "Our pilgrimage is the match," one speaker shouted, "that will light our cause for all farm workers to see what is happening here." Another cried, "We seek our basic God-given rights as human beings. Viva la causa!" Eager supporters would keep the marchers up half the night, talking about change. Every morning, the line of marchers swelled, Cesar always in the lead. On the 9th day, hundreds marched through Fresno. The long, peaceful march was a shock to people unaware of how California farm workers had to live. Now, students, public officials, religious leaders, and citizens from everywhere offered help. For the grape company, the publicity was becoming unbearable. And on the vines, the grapes continued to rot. In Modesto, on the 15th day, an exhilarated crowd celebrated Cesar's 38th birthday. 2 days later, 5,000 people met the marchers in Stockton with flowers, guitars, and accordions. On Easter Sunday, when the marchers arrived in Sacramento, the parade was 10,000 people strong. From the steps of the state capitol building, the joyous announcement was made to the public. Cesar Chavez had just signed the first contract for farm workers in American history. This concludes the reading of Harvesting Hope, The Story of Cesar Chavez by Kathleen Krull. Copyright 2003 by Kathleen Krull. This book was read by Tavia Gilbert, a member of SAG-AFTRA. This unabridged recording was published by arrangement with Writers House LLC and was produced in 2020 by Blackstone Publishing, which holds the copyright. Neither this recording nor any portion of it may be reproduced or used for any purpose without prior written authorization from Blackstone Publishing. If you would like to obtain a monthly update telling you about new releases, call 1-800-SAY-BOOK. That's 1-800-729-2665. For a complete listing of our titles, visit our website at www.downpour.com.